Hey guys, this is Sophie, and after thinking a lot about the Sims 2 storylines recently, I felt like we need to talk about the Sims 4 as well. When it came out and I learned that its story will not be connected to the previous games, I felt so disappointed. Even though they said it was meant to be a parallel reality where everything happened differently, I simply couldn't see the potential. Which was a big mistake from my part, and I clearly see how interesting this parallel universe could have been, especially if you are familiar with the happenings of The Sims 2, but I still can't find any of it in the game itself. So in this video, I will try my best to tell you a story that in my opinion The Sims 4 deserves. So everything revolves around parallelism. What happens in one world might not happen in the other world or have a totally different outcome altering the story. The main conflict of The Sims 2, which even connected Pleasantview and Strangetown, was the disappearance of Bella Goth, which simply never happened in the parallel world. But why? Well, she disappeared from the rooftop of Don Lotario's condo, but Don is nowhere near Pleasantview, or Willow Creek, I should say. So Bella is living happily with her family. While her disappearance led to Mortimer leaving behind his family for Dina Caliente in Pleasantview, in Willow Creek, their family is stronger than ever. Based on my favorite theory, which I'm going to link in the description, she never returned from her abduction because she was pregnant, and this is what went wrong. So in Willow Creek, she would soon give birth to her third child, Matilda Goth. Because Mortimer never left the family, Alexander considers him as his idol instead of Darren Dreamer, so he stays around science instead of turning towards arts and writing. In Bella's presence, Cassandra's personality is less affected by Mortimer, and therefore she is not following her father's footsteps as a scientist, but she's more artistic and she's dreaming about becoming a musical genius. Don's absence from her life also saves her from a great heartbreak, and it never pushes her into Darren Dreamer's arms. She finds a worthy relationship instead. Speaking of which, Darren Dreamer is also not in love with Cassandra. In fact, they don't even know each other, because Darlene Dreamer never died and Darren never left Lucky Palms with his son Dirk, who is now just as famous as his parents. The Pleasant family lives in harmony. Mary Sue is not pursuing her promotions, but focuses on her daughters and Daniel. Therefore, Daniel is happy in their marriage and would never even think about cheating on his wife. The twins are quite different, but they can always count on each other. They go together to university, and they meet Dustin and Dirk at a party. This Dustin comes from a stable family background. You could also say he's a spoiled kid. Growing up with both of his parents at his side, his inner personality shines through his reputation, but he never got involved into shady businesses. When he met the Pleasant sisters, he naturally ended up with Lilith, and so did Dirk and Angela, sparing themselves from all this relationship drama. All the troublemakers of Pleasantview, such as the Caliente sisters and Don Lotario, live far away from Willow Creek, and they keep their problems in between them so they can't ruin anyone else's life. Meanwhile, at Strangetown's parallel reality Strangerville, we have General Buzz Grunt's happy family. This general is a strict but kind-hearted person, unlike the one in Strangetown, so they raise their kids equally loved, and Lila never leaves him. Which also means that she's still alive. The three brothers like each other as well, and they also have a friendly relationship with the local alien family. Being an alien is completely fine, so Rip openly admits his relationship with Johnny Smith, who is also accepted by Tank. General Buzz and Mr. Smith often organize grill parties together, and when it comes to fighting, they fight against their common enemy, the Mother Plant. Because of the Mother Plant's presence in Strangerville, the Curious brothers are obsessed with gathering evidence for their conspiracy theories rather than going after aliens. The Baker family is not outcasted from the community because there is nothing strange about them. Cersei is fertile, so they have 2 kids with Lucky, and now all they have to experiment with is the cake flavor for the kids' birthday parties and sleepovers. Which means, of course, that they never needed to adopt Nervous Subject. Their marriage is not ruined by Nervous Subject's escape, and therefore Lucky never tries to build a time machine and doesn't die during its testing. In fact, Nervous Subject doesn't exist in this parallel universe. Early Demise never left Olive at the altar, and this saved Olive from going on a killing spree. The fact that Lila and General Buzz were also happy together prevented that special moment when she and the Grim Reaper fell in love with each other, and therefore Nervous Subject was never conceived. Despite that she and her never had children of their own, they lived a happy life together until Earth died of old age. Now Olive's sister, Willow, offers to have her daughter Ophelia over to keep her company. This is good for Ophelia because she can attend a better high school in Strangerville, and she's always happy to see her favorite aunt, who is a kind old lady. Nothing else. So that was my brief Sims 4 storyline setup. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know that maybe it sounds way too nice and idyllic, and yes, there isn't really any conflict going on in between these characters. But my main problem with The Sims 4 was that first they set it up like, after all the dirty things that were going on in The Sims 2, here is a reboot where everything is nice and shiny and nothing bad ever happened to anyone. And then it felt like they completely ignored this initial condition, and they started adding the same odd characters. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.